Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Paramananda Madhavam. Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunamaptaya Tattvabodho Vidhiyate. Mukshunam apekshoyam. There's one more way of chanting that. For the purpose of the mumukshu, required for the mumukshu. We have mumukshunam hitarthaya, for benefiting the mumukshu. Both mean same. If you old books of Tattvabodha and all, mumukshunam apekshoyam will be there. That's what we studied. So for me, naturally, mumukshu nama pekshoyam will come. Okay. So, we are in the definition Atma Kaha, which is part of Tattvaviveka Prakriya, which is part of the three topics of Tattvabodha. One is Adhikari, another is Tattvaviveka, another is Moksha. This Adhikari with this Tattvaviveka will be able to get Tattvabodha, and with that Tattvabodha she will get Moksha. Don't forget the old story. Okay. In that Atmakaha, Atman was defined as that which is different from three shariras. So three shariras was explained. Atman was defined as that which is other than the Panchakoshas. That was kept pending. Atman was defined as that which is other than the three states, witness of the three states. That was taken up. Because the three states and the three shariras are closely connected. Identified with the Sthula Sharira, specially, one experiences the Jagrada Avastha. Uniquely identified with the Sukshma Sharira, one experiences dream state. I say uniquely. Why? Because that is special. In waking state, we have identification with gross body, subtle body, causal body. All three we have. Identify with the gross body, I feel I am a man. I am a woman. I am short, tall, etc. Identified with the subtle body, I transact with the world. I understand. I don't understand. It's going too fast. It's going too slow. All these experiences I have at the mind level. intellect level. Right? And there is also the causal body experience, which causal body causes ajnana, ignorance of the self. So if somebody asks me, do I know the self? I'll say, I do not know. Still I do not know. I've been studying Vedanta for so long, still I do not know. And I don't know how long I have to study Vedanta. Hopefully I get to know fast. Etc. etc. I speak about my ignorance. Right? Therefore, there is identification with all the three bodies engrossed in the waking state. But what is the uniqueness of waking state? With compared to the dream state and the deep sleep state, there is identification with the gross body, sthula sharira. And that's why we say special or unique. And therefore, the waking state is associated with the gross body. The dream state is associated with the subtle body. And in deep sleep state, the deep sleep state is just the association with the causal body, where ignorance of the self is. And because the mind and intellect and all has withdrawn, there is a general ignorance of everything. But because in the waking and the dream state there is continuous excitement and agitation, in the deep sleep state, the excitement and agitation have ceased. Why? Because the causes for the excitement and agitation, which is the mind and the senses, have withdrawn. They've gone to sleep. Right? And since that relaxation is there, there is nothingness, no doubt, experience of nothingness, no doubt, but the peace of the relaxation also is there. There is an ease. There's an utter, like a person who's holding on, let us say some, suppose we are running to catch the train and a huge suitcase is there. And you catch hold of it, and then finally you get into just it's starting, then you get in. And then what you do? You put the bag down. Like that, you put your mind, you put your intellect, you put your senses, jnanendriya, everything. You've been carrying and running it in waking state. And some of them in dream state. Put them down. Abba. It depends on which state you are from. Some people say, Amadio. Lot of expressions are there. In Hindi, how do you say? Bas. Some people say, hi. Whatever you say, you're relaxed. And remember, when you're relaxed, when the mind becomes quiet, the happiness of the self manifests. Therefore, where does the happiness come from in deep sleep? The happiness comes from the relaxation of the senses and the mind. But when the senses and the mind relax, a little bit happiness from the self oozes. And that is the experience of the deep sleep. Alright. Yes, it is a piece of relaxation. But peace kahan se aa raha hai? That I slept blissfully, we say, na? Whatever way we say, okay? I am not going to object to any word you use about deep sleep, as long as there's an indication of some kind of happiness. Any word. Because these words are so confusing. Therefore, you don't have to hold on to any word. You say the peace of relaxation. There is a bliss of quietude. There is a happiness of cessation. There is an utter ease. But everywhere there is a element of happiness you are talking of. Whatever word you use. I slept like a lark. There you are saying I knew nothing. Okay? But were you sad in deep sleep? No. Were you happy? But that happiness is not like waking state and dream state. But there is a kind of happiness. Sukhena maya nidra anubhuyate. Very interesting if you look at this. The deep sleep experience here is mentioned in present tense. If you know grammar, you will get an idea, inkling what he means to say. It's not mentioned in past tense. What is Sushupti Avastha is asked, and the answer given. What is the answer given? Aham kimapi na janami. Janami is present tense. I know nothing. I knew nothing is not said there. I know nothing. But are you able to say I know nothing? You can't say that there. Why you can't say that there? Because the intellect and the mind which is required to verbalize an experience is not there. Right? The mind and the intellect which verbalizes, which presents the knowledge in a thought form, that is lacking. Are you getting the point? Even though it's an experience. Aham kimapi na janami is present tense. I know nothing. But come on, tell me. No, I can't tell. There are so many experiences which we go through which we can't tell at that time. Like somebody, for example, is giving you something which you really love. Okay? Or it is a very, very unique taste. You have never had anything like that before. There's something called ginger beer. It's not a beer. Beer or beer? What is that? Beer. No, how do you pronounce it? I'm asking. A ginger beer. Something called ginger beer. Huh? Long back I went to Sri Lanka. Okay, long back. I have one home, they gave me ginger. They gave me something. I have never tasted anything like that. Drank that. Then the person who was there, that lady who gave me, she immediately understood the first time drinking. So she asked, how is it, Swami? I said, please wait. I am experiencing, but I can't give words to that. And then I said, it's very tasty. Then I asked, what is this? He said, ginger beer. I said, I won't touch it. She laughed. Swami, its name is that, but it's not beer. What I mean to say is that sometimes you experience something, but you can't give words to it immediately. Some experiences are like that. You can't say something about it. Because it takes time. In this case, it takes time to internalize the experience to give a word. But in deep sleep, what has happened is that internalizing equipment is gone to sleep. There the experience is there. Please remember, the experience of deep sleep is a remembered experience now. It is a remembered experience. What do you mean by Swamiji remembered experience? What is so Meaning, if I'm able to remember, it means I also experienced. Because you will only remember what you experience. Some people think deep sleep experience is an inference. How? You know how they think it is inference? For some time I did not know it. For some time, there was. It is actually a foolish thing. You can't even say how they are thinking like that. I slept at 9 o'clock, so I know 9 o'clock. Now, I nobody sleeps at 9 o'clock nowadays. I slept at 11 o'clock. Okay? And then, now time is morning. For him, it was morning 7 o'clock, I think. For somebody. Then, now 7 o'clock. I slept at 11 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So from 11 o'clock to 7 o'clock, what happened? Oh, I was sleeping. ऐसा होता है क्या? Foolish, na? Do we remember sleep like that? No. Actually, how you remember? I slept at 11 o'clock, no doubt. After 11 o'clock, I experienced nothing. What is the time now? 6 o'clock. So 11 to 6, I slept really super. That is how it is. Not that I slept at 11 o'clock, now time is 7 o'clock, therefore in between what happened? Nobody thinks like that. I slept at 11 o'clock and afterwards I knew nothing. Now you see how you say, I knew nothing. I knew nothing. And when I say I knew nothing, it is a remembrance. And because it is a remembrance, also, it proves experience. Actually, you don't have to go backward like this. If you really, really, really carefully analyze, you know deep sleep is an experience which is remembered. Now, I'm telling you upside logic. I'm telling you the logic to prove it is an experience. How? I'm saying now you're remembering. Because you're remembering, therefore you must have experienced. Therefore, deep sleep is an experience. Itna bolna nahi chahiye. This is to be told only for dullards. This much. Those who are intuitively aware of their experiences, they know deep sleep is an experience. That is why present tense. Careful. What is deep sleep? Aham kimapi na janami. Present tense. I know nothing. Not past tense. I knew nothing. No. I knew nothing you are telling in waking state. How can that be called as deep sleep state? If he had said, I knew nothing is deep sleep state, you'd say, what a foolish kind of explanation you are giving. In waking state, you are saying, I knew nothing. But in deep sleep, what was experience? Non-verbalized experience, of course. Non-verbalized, non-presented experience. And that experience is amalgamated with a kind of joy, a kind of ease, a kind of peace, a kind of bliss, a kind of happiness, a kind of something good. Sukhena maya nidra anubhoyate. Present tense. I am experiencing a blissful sleep. Meaning, I am experiencing a blissful sleep means what is sleep? Nothingness. Experience of nothingness is sleep. That was said in the earlier line. And now it is said, I am experiencing that blissful sleep. Meaning, that blissful nothingness. This is called as deep experience of deep sleep. Are you able to follow deep sleep? This is one more topic people are so much confused about. People will be confused about Karana Sharira. People will be confused about deep sleep. And people will be confused about Anandamaya Kosha. These are three areas of confusion. So here you must put your proper attention and grasp it thoroughly. Okay?
sleep start, what we are talking is saying that if you say that I knew nothing, then it's like we are talking in the past, we are remembering that experience.
Yes.
But when I say that I know nothing, then I'm talking from deep sleep.
I should not tell that. Without telling, this experience is there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You are asking, I knew I slept happily, I knew nothing. That is a recalling of the deep sleep experience in the waking state, because only in the waking state you have got that recalling mechanism. In in deep sleep state, you don't have that mechanism. Neither, see, because manas has gone to sleep, buddhi has gone to sleep, chitta has gone to sleep, everything has gone to sleep. Senses have gone to sleep. Therefore, you don't have the recalling mechanism. Not only don't have the recalling mechanism, like how in waking state, now you have spoken to me. Now I know what you have asked me. I keep that in mind and I am answering you. So I have recalled what you have said and I am answering you according to that. This mechanism is not there in deep sleep. Not only that, that presenting it as a words is not there in deep sleep. To present something as words, first I need to conceptualize this as thoughts. What can I say? I may say fast, what I may speak, but it doesn't mean that I'm speaking without thinking. I have thought out, and after thinking, I am presenting in the word. There, what is happening is that there is that experience, but you don't have that mind to make it into a formalized thought. There is that sukshma, ati sukshma vritti we call. This experience is there, is it not? I know nothing. That is in the form of a ati sukshma. Sukshma is subtle. Ati sukshma is extremely subtle. It's extremely subtle thought. Extremely subtle thought. But extremely subtle thought cannot be made into a thought for telling. And those thought which is required, that extremely subtle thing to become that thought is not there. That mechanism is not there in deep sleep. No, I'm not going to ask anything more. You answer anything more. You please think about it. And if you don't find, then you can ask me later. So what is happening in deep sleep? To go back again, there is the experience of nothingness. But all experience has to be in the form of a thought. Is it not? Everything has to be experienced in the form of a thought. This object is outside, but this experience of it is in the form of a thought in the mind. Right? Therefore, the experience of nothingness also should be a thought. Yes, it's a thought, but it is not. It's not like this thought. It is very, very subtle. So, in deep sleep, mind is there or not? Mind is not there, because mind is always gross thought. You see? But is thought there? What do you mean by thought? Thought is a modification which captures an experience. Okay, if that is your definition, yes, in deep sleep, there is a very, very subtle thought. And that thought is called as abhava vritti. Abhava vritti. A-B-H-A-V-A. Vritti means thought. Abhava means nothingness. This every thought holds in itself, holds in its womb. Every thought holds in its ambit. I'm using big words, okay? Every thought holds in itself an object. This abhava vritti, what does it hold in itself? It holds nothingness. And in that nothingness thought, reflection of the self's happiness is there. And that is how you get this dual experience combined into one complex whole. I know nothing, I slept happily. Meaning nothingness and happiness is going together. Not as two separate ones. Remember I told yesterday the example of water, on top of it that reflection of light is there, and therefore you have a complex experience of glittering water. You have, is it not? In the same way, you have blissful nothing here. In deep sleep. Think. Think about it. What I am presenting to you is the fact. But you have to think about it. But it is not difficult. It is a very easy thing because every day we are experiencing it. But that what we are experiencing there, now we are putting in terms of words. And therefore, you must see how this memory, what you are having now, is corresponding with the experience that you have there. What is the memory of deep sleep you have now? I experienced nothing and it was happy. It was a happy experience. It was not a sad experience. So now you are accounting for the happiness and you are accounting for that nothing. How did nothing happen? Nothing happened because senses went to sleep, mind went to sleep. Because senses and mind only get objects. Because senses went to sleep, mind went to sleep, there is experience of nothing. But even nothing should be seen, to see as an object. How is it seen as an object? And an object to be seen requires something like a thought to hold it. And what is that thought? That thought, pot thought. When I say pot thought means what? Laddu thought. Laddu thought means what? Laddu has become a object. It's holding. We hold it as an object and show. As a vritti. When the mind holds an object as a thought, that is called as, when a mind holds an object, it is called a thought. When the mind holds an object, it is a thought. For example, shirt thought. What is shirt thought? Shirt thought is the mind holding the shirt for me to see. The same way, not that gross mind, but a very subtle thought. And therefore we don't want to call that thought as mind because it is too subtle. Like how you will not call vasana a thought because it is too subtle. The same way, this abhava, nothingness, is held in a very subtle way. And that is called abhava vritti. And on that abhava vritti, there is abhava vritti, where does it get ananda from, happiness from? Only one thing left is me and abhava vritti now. So from me, the reflection falls. Actually, this reflection can fall any time, not only in deep sleep. When the mind becomes still, the reflection of the self happens there. When the waters are agitated, the reflection is not held. Whenever the mind becomes still, the reflection is held there. And this is what happens when we experience priya moda pramoda. The mind becomes still. Right? So when I like the object, when I see the object of my like, my mind becomes still. Then some happiness comes. And when I hold the object of my like, mind becomes still more still. The happiness increases. And when I put that object, what I like, in my mouth and enjoy it, mind becomes further still. And I get greater happiness. The happiness is not coming from the object. The happiness is coming because the mind becomes quiet. The more agitated the mind is, the more happiness you will get. The more agitated the mind is, the more happiness you will get. I explain. How many of you are lovers of coffee? Okay. How many of you used to drinking coffee exactly at 4:30? Usually that time happens if you're working in some office or somewhere. The mind gets set there. Right? 4 o'clock or 4:30, it is 4 o'clock usually. 3:30, 4 o'clock usually. 4 o'clock. Okay? Around 3:45, the first coffee thought will come. Coffee. Only 3:45. Coffee. Coffee. By 3:55, you close that. Typing everything. Coffee. Why he has not come still? Then you look. 2 minutes more. Coffee. 4 o'clock over. He has not come. Coffee. We're all coffee maya now. And that man, the door opens, and the man with the coffee comes. Priya. And then in the cup he pours the coffee, and you're holding by this time. Coffee has become so much. And then when you put in your mouth, such large, tumultuous, exuberant agitation. Quite dense. Brahmananda. So the amount of happiness you get will be dependent upon the amount of agitation you create for the object. Of course, agitation quietens down. That's the next step. So is happiness in the object? No. If happiness were in coffee, everybody should get coffee. The Punjabi spits coffee out. Who can drink this? It's bitter. Exceptional Punjabis drink coffee. They are blessed people. In different states, different things are enjoyable for people. In Kerala, they have something called Paramburi. Paramburi. The train, they will keep calling it, going, Paramburi. Have you Paramburi? Anybody else? You have to be a mallu to eat that, to enjoy. Nobody can enjoy that. It's a very funny taste. The banana, not Kerala banana, the large one, ripe, it has to become ripe. And then it's sweet. Then they slice it and they put it in that, what is that, which make bhaji and all, we make. In that thing they put it and then they fry it and they give it to you. It is a funny taste. It's a complex phenomena. But why that Paramburi comes, every Mallu's face lights up. But all other states people are looking. And because they are eating, you also try. You take one and try. You put in your mouth. You don't worry about the 10 rupees you paid. You throw it out in the dustbin. You're not used to it. So is happiness in Paramburi? In coffee? In tea? In liquor? In ginger beer? Nahi hai. I'm not saying the other beer, okay? It is all in the mind. Sorry, it is all in the self. When the mind quietens, the Ananda nature of a self comes and falls on that quiet mind, on that quiet still thought. And then you experience happiness. So happiness is my nature. See, subject, object, there are only two things. Okay? Subject, object, there are only two things. If happiness is not there in the object, where it will be? Subject only. कहाँ से आएगा? कल परिशेषक न्याय, the logic of reminder. Alright? So, in deep sleep, the happiness that you get is not from nothing. Some people think happiness is coming from nothing. Come on. What an idiot you are. Happiness does not come from nothing. the mind becomes quiet and the happiness oozes out from the self. Oozes. If you want to say reflected, whatever words you use. But all of the words are poetical in nature. What is it actual? It captures that happiness. That's all. And that is why in waking state also, when Priya, Moda, Pramoda Vritti comes, mind is kind of stilled. And therefore we don't put Priya, Moda, Pramoda in mind. We take it beyond the mind and put it in the Anandamaya Kosha. Whenever Ananda comes, mind has to be still. That is a simple philosophy. But Swamiji, rock and roll and all those music and all those things, people sway and then all those things they're doing, but they're not agitated or what? At that moment when they are enjoying, they are still within. They require itna agitation to become utna joyful. Some people require a different kind of thing to become happy. Gari. Ha! Kya hua? Ha! What is happening to this fellow? And because they are naturally quiet, they are not that agitated type. We call that Sattvika Ananda. You understand? Ananda is not Sattvik. The object which creates that Ananda is Sattvik. Some people require excitement to become happy. Then we say Rajasika Ananda. Arey, Ananda is not Rajasik. Object which gives you Ananda is Rajasik. Some people require Tamasika Ananda. Horrible fellows. Scold somebody, shout at somebody, make that person cry. That person becomes happy. ये क्या हिटलर है क्या वो? तामसिक आनंद. Makes the other person feel so bad. Terrible fellows. But that is also Ananda. The person's route to Ananda is like this. Okay? Ananda is not Satvik. Ananda is not Rajasik. Ananda is not Tamasik. Meaning Priya, Moda, Pramoda is neither Satvik, Rajasik, Tamasik. Priya, Moda, Pramoda are the still mind reflecting the happiness of the beyond. The bliss of the self. This is the psychology of happiness. The signs of happiness. What is signs of happiness? Agitate yourself. Step 1. Step 2. Give that object to the agitated mind. Step 3. Mind becomes quiet. Step 4. Happiness from the self is reflected. Step 5. I am blissful. Kitna roundabout method hai. Instead of getting the self which is the source of all happiness, getting those flickers of joy, impermanent in nature, at the realm of matter, reflected on it, we cheat ourselves and say, I am happy. What a roundabout way. Right? Priya, Moda, Pramoda are the roundabout ways we adopt to become happy in the waking state. In dream state, whatever Priya, Moda, Pramoda is also part of the dream. Therefore, it's not counted as true Priya, true Moda, true Pramoda. Actual Priya, Moda, Pramoda is possible in the waking state. Because that is also part of the dream thought only, na? You understand what I'm saying? So, the Ananda of the deep sleep, the generalized Ananda of the deep sleep, and the Priya, Moda, Pramoda of the waking state together become what is called Anandamaya Kosha. Okay? Today you've seen some very important points. Okay. All the koshas are over. Now, what is the main topic? The main topic, meaning kind of main topic, is Atmakaha. In Atmakaha we have finished Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vitiriktaha Pancha Koshatita San Avastatraya Sakshi. Sachidananda will come later. Now the question is, Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira you have mentioned. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya Kosha you have mentioned. How do I know I am Vitiriktaha, Atitaha? How do I know that? Explanation is only given of the three Shariras. Explanation is only given of the five Koshas. Explanation is only given of the three Avastas. How do I know I am different from these? What is the proof? Are you getting the point? See, in that, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharirat, Vitiriktaha. That Vitirikta has not been explained. Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira has been explained. Vitirikta means beyond, different. Pancha Kosha Atitaha. Pancha Kosha has been explained. Atita has not been explained. Different. I am different. How do you say I am different from the three Shariras and the five Koshas? Because what? Let us read. Do you see the connection? So now we come to the, when you make, if any one of you is interested to make that final whole chart, in that now you have to catch that word Atitaha and Vitiriktaha and that Sakshi, and those three words now are explained. Okay? That comes here. Let us read. Madiyam Shariram Madiyaha Pranaha Madiyam Manascha Madiya Buddhihi Madiyam Ajnanam Iti Svenaiva Jnayate Tadyata Madiyatvena Jnatam Kataka Kundala Grihadikam Swasmat Bhinnam Tatha Panchakoshadikam Swasmat Bhinnam Madiyatvena Jnatam Atma na bhavati. Madi, this line we should say 3 times. Madi, this is a general final principle which is being applied. You please underline that. Madiyatvena Jnatam Atma na bhavati. Madiyatvena Jnatam Atma na bhavati. Madiyatvena jnatam atma na bhavati. Memorize that line. I'll give you a few seconds. Memorize that line. Madiyatvena, as mine, jnatam, known, atma, self, na bhavati, does not become. I'll explain later on. Madiyatvena jnatam atma na bhavati. Madiyatvena jnatam atma na bhavati. That is the logic we are going to apply. Madiyatvena jnatam atma na bhavati. Clear? Together? Madiyatvena jnatam atma na bhavati. Alright, now see. Madiyam shariram. The word madiyam is coming everywhere, right? If the word is masculine, then madiyaha. If it is neuter, madiyam. If it is feminine, madiya. But madiya, the word is everywhere. For each one of them, madiyam is coming. Madiyam means mine. Mine, M-I-N-E. What I say as mine. Mine. What is mine is different from me. That is the logic. Whenever we say something is mine, that is not me. My book. It's me. I wish it was me. When I don't have to study. My pen. No. My chair. So whenever you say something is mine, automatically it is not me. Think about it. Is there anything which you can say mine which is you? The whole world. Anything. My car. My dog. My mom. My bag. My house. My room. My bed. You. My pillow. I love it. I just miss my pillow. My pillow. Is that you? My bedsheet. My cover. My spectacles. My shirt. My contact lens. Sometimes, the contact lens falls down. It just, then people start wondering it's there or not. They keep scratching the eye. And the eyes get spoiled also. So take them to doctor afterwards. The doctor looks and says, there's no contact lens. Oh. They keep searching for it. Whatever is mine is not me. This is the logic. Simple. It is nothing like, cos square theta plus sin square theta and all. It is just a farmer, meaning an illiterate person also will be able to understand the simple logic. And that is why to realize the self, you need not be educated. Because it is common sense. It is not that a person who is good in mathematics will understand Vedanta better. Or somebody is good in economics, commerce, See, what have you studied? What have you studied? No, I studied, history. History. No use. Vedanta nahi aayega. You have to be humanities. If you study and come, it doesn't work. Vedanta is a pakka science. Okay, so study science and come. No, Vedanta has nothing to do with any subject. It has to do with common sense. Everybody can understand Vedanta. In fact, some of the greatest Vedantins have been totally illiterate. Some of the saints had no knowledge of even letters. Why? It is just common sense. Whatever I know as mine is not me. Nothing which I know, which I say nothing which I put in the category of mine can ever become me. What is mine is what I possess. What I possess is different from the possessor. If that is true, how do I look at this body? Don't I say my body? My body. My. I have feeling of my with respect to the body, is it not? Think. We are not just talking of words, my body. Because sometimes you will say, I am big, I am fat. That is a different matter. But what do you feel with respect to your body? We're talking of your feeling. You're talking of your idea. How do you feel about your body? My body. We have a sense of mine, minus with respect to the body. Madiyam shariram. That's why you say, my head aches. First, actually you say, my head aches, and afterwards you make the mistake of saying, I have headache. When you go to the doctor and the doctor says, what's your problem? Only then you say, I have headache. Suppose you are asked to tell the doctor what is your problem, you will say, my head aches. The actual idea you have about your body is, my body. Take care of your body. We have studied Vedanta. We don't have to think so much. We know the body is a residence. Is it not? It is our home that we carry with us wherever we go. Like gypsies carry their caravans wherever they go. We carry our body wherever we go. Madiyam shariram. Madiyam pranaha. Pranas also is mine only. Madiyam pranaha. For a few days, my digestion has gone bad. My digestion, meaning samana vayu. The climate was not good. Climate was not good. So, if the climate is like this, I develop wheezing problem. Wheezing problem. Meaning you have a feeling of wheezing problem also with respect to yourself. Madiyam pranaha. So shariram here is annamaya kosha. Annamaya kosha shariram. Remember in annamaya kosha it was said, this annamaya kosha is what is called as sharira. Yes? It was said, kosha stula shariram. It was said. So, madiyam shariram annamaya kosha, madiyam pranaha, madiyam manaha, mind is also mine, madiya buddhihi, buddhi is also mine. Not only that, madiyam ajnanam, the deep sleep state, the experience of the ignorance, the nothingness, that is also your experience. Your experience, what is yours, is not you. Your buddhi, is it not? Your buddhi. We also say sometimes, nowadays, my mind is not working well. Nowadays, my confidence level has come down. My confidence level has come down. Nowadays, I am becoming a little more energetic. You seem to use my to everything. And because of identification with my, it becomes I afterwards. These are all really mine because they are different from me. Svena eva jnayate. Oneself knows all these things. Svena eva jnayate. By oneself, all these are known. What is known is also different from me. Different from the knower. What is known as mine is not me. What is known is different from me. These two things are hinted here. Because the known is different from the knower. Svena eva jnayate. Example, tadyata, just as. Madiyatvena jnatam. Whatever is known as mine. Like what? Kataka, bangle. Kataka is bangle, right? Yes, bangle. Kundala, earring. Kataka, kundala, grihadikam. Griha, home. Adi, etc. You can add any number to it. From book to pen to notebook to car to dog to mom to dad to anything you can add. Madiyatvena jnatam. Kataka kundala grihadikam. Swasmad bhinnam is different from oneself. Whatever has been madiyatvena jnatam, whatever is known as mine, example, bangle, earring, home, and so on, are different from oneself. Tata, in the same way, panchakoshadikam, all the five koshas, panchakosha adi, meaning five koshas, three shariras, three avasthas, all of them. Swasmat bhinnam, are different from me. Why? Madiyatvena jnatam atmana bhavati. Whatever I can put in the category of mine is not me. Whatever I know is not me. Whatever is known is different from me. And I know my body, I know my pranas, I know my mind, I know even the ignorance of deep sleep. Everything I know. I know. Not only do I know them as an object, I know them as mine. My experience, my mind, my ignorance, my pranas, my body, and whatever is mine is not me. This is Vedanta. You can forget everything what you studied now so far, no problem. But this you don't forget. What is it? All these things are different from me. Why they are different from me? One, they are known. First point, they are known. Second point, they are known as mine. Two things are there. Whatever you know is not you. You are the knower. Whatever is known as mine is not you. It is an object of your possession. You are the possessor. You are the owner. You hold it. It is not you. Madiyatvena jnatam atmana bhavati. So are you the body? No. Why? Because I know the body and I term the body as mine. How are these reasons for saying I am not the body? Because I know the body, I am not the body. The knower is different from the known. First. Second, I know the body as mine. What is mine? My book. The book is different from me because the possessor is different from what he possesses. So knower is different from known, logic 1. Logic number 2, possessor is different from what he possesses. Two logics are explicitly presented here. See, there are two things. Where are the two logics here? Madiyatvena, that is first. Jnatam, that is second. Two logics are there. Jnatam contains one logic. Jnatam means known. Known means what? You are the knower, different from it. Logic 1. Logic 2, Madiyatvena. Known as what? Mine. Mine means what? Possessed. Possessed means what? Object. And I am what? Possessor. So two logics are there here. Clear? What are the two logics? Knower is different from the known. Possessor is different from what he possessed. What he possesses. Or you can shorten it. Possessor is different from the possessed. But that looks very bad word. Possessed is a very, in English it makes. Possessor is different from the possession. That is bad. Good. You shortened the logic. Possessor is different from the possession. This you don't forget. These two things don't forget. This will protect you all throughout your life. Your husband is different from you. Thank God. Many of you have no problems about that. My wife is different from me. I knew it before itself. You are not. With this knowledge, live your life. You will never be bound. Forget it, bound. Whenever you see a buffalo, do you think you are a buffalo? No. The same way, whenever you know your body, do you become the body? No. The body can have ill health, you do have no ill health. The body can die also, still you don't die. Why? You are the knower of the body. You are the possessor of the body. But my possession goes away if body dies. Better it goes away, better riddance. They say good riddance. Such a body, how long we have to carry? So much we have to take care of this useless thing. I won't say useless and all, but such a trouble sometimes. Some people, when they become very old and all, they're waiting for the body to go away. Waiting. Some people even tell us also, because we are Swamijis, they tell us, Swamiji, please pray. Amma, what should I pray for you? Swamiji, let the body go. No. How long? How long? I'm too old. I can't walk. I can't eat. After I will come. It's a different matter. Ignorance comes. Then Anayasena maranam vina dainyena jivanam dehi me kripaya Krishna vad bhakti machanchala. There's a verse like that. Anayasena maranam. Without difficulty, let the death be there. Vinadainyena jivanam. Without looking for others' support, let my life be. Dehi me kripaya Krishna. Oh Krishna, give me this. And bhakti towards your feet, achanchala. Like that. Many people chant this verse. No, you are not the body. No, you are not the mind. No, you are not the intellect. BMI. Okay? Now expand it. 3 koshas, shariras. Expand it. 5 koshas. And 3 shariras, 5 koshas make all our experiences of the world. Jagrata avastha, swapna avastha, sushupti avastha. I am not what I know. The possessor is different from the possession. This is a logic for convincing oneself that I am not these. Okay? So this is what you should do, Must sit quietly sometime. Either under a tree or above a tree. And internalize it. Logically understanding is very different. Internalizing is very different. You know what is internalizing? Is feeling about it strongly. Logic is thinking about it strongly. Internalizing is feeling about it strongly. Only if you think, you can feel. Therefore, remove all your doubts by thinking. And then you start internalizing. Anything you experience is not you. Anything. Don't be stuck up with happiness. Priya moda pramoda. That is also not you. Ajnanam is written, no? Ajnanam is what? Is a happiness of deep sleep. And it also includes Priya Moda Pramoda. None of them are. Alright. Then, okay, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not this, I am not that, I am not that, I am not that, I am not that, I am not that. 5 things you told. Okay, good. Madiyam shariram, madiyaha pranaha, madiyam manaha, madiya buddhihi, madiyam ajnanam. 5 panchakoshas. And in panchakoshas, the 3 shariras also included. And in panchakoshas and 3 shariras, all the 3 avasthas are also included. I am not. But what am I? Who am I? I am not this. Okay, who am I? What is the definition of Atma? From the beginning. Atma kaha stula sukshma karana sharirat vitiriktaha panchakoshatita san avastatraya sakshi. That much is over till now. This portion is over. Next, what is there? Satchidananda Swarupa San Yastishtati Sa Atma. So now that topic comes. If I am not all these things, Atma Tarhi Kaha. Tarhi means if all these things I am not known, I am not, then what am I? Am I a nothing? No, but nothing also you have removed. That is a problem. Nothing also is gone in Ajnanam. So who am I? At least I thought I'll be nothing, but nothing also you took away from me. Something also, every something you took and every nothing also you took, then who am I? Tarhi, who am I? That who am I, that tarhi indicates that desperation. You see, who am I then? It is said, Satchidananda Swarupaha. This is so well known. What is Atma? Satchidananda. But Swamiji, from the beginning I want to know, what is this Satchidananda? What is this? Every time Atma, what is the nature of Atma? Satchidananda. What is Chidananda? What is Sat? What is Chit? What is Ananda? That is going to be taken up now. That will take up in the next session. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।